Welcome, Internet students, to your Math 2413 Calculus course for summer 2014. I'm going to take you through this orientation video, hopefully to get you acquainted with the system that we're going to be using and how this course is actually going to work out. So first thing you need to do is make sure you go to the Northwest Vista website, which is listed up here for you. Go ahead and click on Login into ACES. And when you get here, you're going to put in your username and password. Now, if you don't know what your username is, you can get that information right here. So go ahead and log in. Now, I'm going to be logging in as an instructor, so this might look a little bit different than what you'll see, but for the most part, it's the same. You should have a tab here that says your courses, and then make sure you're looking at the summer 2014 listing. And then your courses should be listed here. And you should be looking at Calculus 1. These are actually the courses I'm teaching this summer. So I'm teaching Cal 1, Cal 3, College Algebra, and Pre-Cal. But the only internet courses I'm teaching are the Calculus 1 and the Pre-Cal. So go ahead and click on Cal 1. And this will bring you to what we call, what is this? Canvas, I'm sorry. This is our Canvas course shell. And right now I have a big note here saying that, this is still under construction. So I'll remove that after I make this orientation video. But this is what you should see. Actually, let me switch over to a student view so you can see the way it'll look for you. Yours will look like this. You'll have a couple of tabs here down the left side. And then the middle of the course, I'm going to go through all this stuff here. But before I get into that, let me tell you a little bit about Canvas. I actually have to switch back. How am I going to switch back? Leave student view. Okay, up here in the top right is where your inbox is. So all of our email communications in this course will take place using this Canvas email system. So what you do, check there. I've got 2 emails. And click on inbox. It's a little slow. It's a lot slow. There it goes. All right, so you should have your inbox. I've got a bunch of stuff here, from students. But if I send you something, it'll appear over here. It'll have a blue dot next to it, meaning you haven't read it. And if you want to send me an email, then you can either reply to one I've sent, or you can compose a new one. You can select what course you're in, and then there it goes. And then you can click on people here, and there should be teachers in there, and then you can click on me, and then you can type in your subject and send it. Okay, so that's the email. A little bit about the Canvas. The thing that's kind of cool about it is you can go into your settings under Canvas, and you can select how you're notified. So like if I send you an email, or I update your grades, or I post a new file or something like that, something changes in here, then you can go into notifications, at the beginning of the course when the course starts, and you can add additional email addresses. So you can come in here and you can say, all right, I'm going to add in Yahoo email address, and I want, if there's any changes, like if my instructor posts a new file, it can send an email to me right away, or it can send a daily summary to me at this email address. You can also do that for your cell phone. You can put your cell phone in here and receive text messages and things like that. So if you don't want to have to be coming in here all the time to check for emails or anything, you can always add other email addresses that you use more often, or your cell phone. And that's a nice little feature of this system. One drawback to it is that this is global, meaning if you have multiple courses that you're taking this summer, whatever setting you put here will apply to all courses. So just the way it is. Okay, I'm going to go back to the course, and let's start going through, again, as a student. Let me get into the student view so you can see what it looks like here. All right, let's start off. I have it on the left side. I have the home page, which is what we're looking at. We're going to go into that in depth, but let's look at the discussions. Right now there shouldn't be any discussions here, but if you wanted to, create a discussion, you could come here and start, putting something out there. And remember, this is public, okay? The entire class will see this, and I will see it. So, if you need help on solving something, you can come in here and ask for help. There's a way that you can insert mathematical expressions in here using this little editor. So you can do like square roots and x and fractions and things like that. So I'll let you play with that, but just know that that's there. So this is a good place to go if you want to like ask for help and have your students, have the other students in the class help you along with myself. I'll leave that page. So that's our discussion board. Your grades will be posted here. Right now there's nothing set up yet, but this is, once you start getting grades, they'll start appearing here. People, this is a way that you can contact other people in your class. So we got a lot of people in this internet class. I think there's 31 of you. So there y'all are. And then files is a way to get to all the files I have here for this course. And there's a lot of stuff I have on here for you. But I'll get more into this, okay, after I go through this first page, this home page. All right, so the course modules, that's really where the course is, all right? That's where you start learning. But I want to show you all the administrative stuff first. The video that I'm making right now, there will be a link to it here after I create it. Here's a link to the syllabus. Here's the course schedule. Formula sheets, you're allowed to use formula sheets on your exams. You will have to take 2 exams on campus, so here's the formula sheets you'll be allowed to use. And then this is where you can get to your course notes and stuff. So let's start with the syllabus. Unfortunately, I have to go through this whole thing. I know you can all read. However, this being an orientation video, I need to be thorough, make sure you understand the requirements of the course. So we're Calculus 1 is a 4-credit course. We're summer class, 8-week session. We start on the 9th of June. We end on the 31st of July. We do have 2 physical meetings where we will be face-to-face. It's for our 2nd exam and our 4th exam. Actually, this is not correct. This should be your 1st exam and your 2nd exam. You're only going to have 2 exams in this class. So I need to change that. I'll change it. No worries. But here's the day you need to show up. It's July 2nd. It's a Wednesday. You can show up any time between 9:30 and 12, and you just go to this room, JH111A. Okay, so on both of those different exam dates, show up any time between there. When you show up, though, make sure you have allowed yourself 3 hours to complete the exam. So if you show up at 11, make sure you've got enough time to stay till 2 if you need to. In the event that you live out of town, you may take exam 1 or 2, again, there's a typo, remotely, but you need to secure a proctor. So in other words, if you live in Kerrville and you don't want to have to come in here to take the exam, you can find a library or a school, find someone there that is authorized to be a proctor, give me their contact information, email it to me. I will contact them. I'll verify they are who they say they are, and we will establish some testing protocol for you. Contact information, this is the math department contact information. Here's my information. So here's my email address, but like I said, we'll be using the Canvas, so you don't really need that unless everything else fails. That's where you can reach me. My office location is here. That's JH1110, and then this is my cell phone number. All right, so if you want to text me, that is fine, but make sure that if you send a text, you include who you are and you include what class you are in, and then get to the point of what you need. I will be in my office this summer for open office hours. These are times you can come in and get help. I encourage you to do that. On Monday and Wednesday, I'll be there from 11:30 to 1. So what's that, like an hour and a half before our class? And then on Tuesday, Thursday, I'm also teaching some classes. So I'll be there from 12:30 to 2 in my office if you need help. Remember, campus is closed on Friday, so don't be coming by on Friday for help because no one will be there. All right, so the way this course is going to work is you're going to go to a website. It's run by a book publisher, Cengage Learning, I think that's what it's called. And they have this website called WebAssign. And you'll get in there, you're going to have to purchase access and everything else. I'm going to show you how to do that. But you need what's called an access key. And here's the access key, Northwest Vista, 1697-0698. Here's where you will go to do that, all right, and we'll do that in just a minute. Essential Calculus, Early Transcendentals. This is the book that we'll be using for the class, but you do not need to purchase the book, because when you buy access to this website, you'll get an ebook. So unless you want to spend another $100 or something, an extra $100 or so to get a book, you don't need it. But that's what it is, in case you're trying to see what we're working off of. Here's a description of the class, the things that we plan on doing here. Prerequisite for the class, what you should have passed in order to get here. The objectives, the course outcomes, standard grading scale, A, B, C, D, F. Let's see. We are going to break your score up because this is an internet course, and because we're in 8 weeks, here's the way it's going to be broken down. We have all your homework assignments, everything that you do online as far as homework at home, right, on your computer, 40% of your grade. So a little less than half your grade is what you do at home. Then we have 2 face-to-face exams, a midterm and a final. Those are each worth 30%. Those are huge exams. I don't plan on them being cumulative, so exam 1, the midterm should cover everything that you've done up to that point. The final should cover everything after midterm. So you can kind of look at the courses being broken up into 2 groups. All right, attendance policy. Since all your work is done online, well, except for the face-to-face exams, you'll be required to complete the assignments by the posted due dates. So every assignment that you have has a due date and a due time. If you fail to meet the deadline on 4 assignments, then you may be dropped from the course. So I look at that as an absence, really, and so you're allowed 4 absences in a normal semester. This is summer, so usually you're only allowed 2 absences, but I'm going to count each assignment as one absence. Okay, if you need tutoring, there is free tutoring in Juniper Hall, room 316. Just make sure you try and get with a tutor up there that has taken that, probably, hopefully, Cal 3, and they should be able to help you out. 6 drop rule, this is something I need to have in here by law. I have to include that. The SOBI statement also has to be in here, just happens to do with like behavior and things like that. Academic integrity. Here's the schedule. So what I've included here are all the assignments. Okay, this is everything that we're going to do all semester and when things are due. So your first assignment is a getting started assignment. It's going to be due on the 12th of June at 11:59. So what's that? Let's see, 12th of June. We start on the 9th, so you've got till Thursday to finish that. And then everything after that is kind of clumped together. You have section 1, 2, 3, and 4. All 4 sections here. All of these assignments, these are homework assignments, have to be done by this date. So you kind of work at your own pace, but just make sure they're all done by the 16th. And then you have 1-5, 1-6, 2-1, 2-2, and 2-3 are all due a week later. I think these are Mondays, and they're at 11:59 p.m. And then you have only 2 sections, and then an exam. Then after that, these 2 are clumped together. These are big sections right here. That's why there's only 2 of them. And then there's another group of sections here, and then a big chunk here, and then a pretty big chunk here. So lots of work. You are free to work ahead, but you just are not supposed to fall behind. Also, the on-campus exams are put in here also. You can see those 2 right there. And I put here 9:30, but that just means you can show up as early as 9:30, but no later than 12. Remember what I said way up here at the beginning, right? You can show up between 9:30 and 12. Okay, these are, again, stuff I have to put in here, institutional policies. So I'll let you read through all that. There's really nothing else as far as the syllabus is concerned. That's the general breakdown of everything. All right, so that's the syllabus. Here's a calendar if you want to be able to print something out. Let's see if this downloads. Yeah. It's nothing fancy. It's just a little something if you want to print out, set by your desk. Just shows you all those dates and stuff. And I have them kind of blocked together so you can kind of tell when things are due. Okay, formula sheets. So again, on the midterm and the final, you're allowed to use formula. Actually, there's several sheets. Boy, it's taking a while to download this. So, I think, what is it? 6 pages of formulas. These are all things you can use on the exam. All right, so make sure you become familiar with those. That way when you get to the exam, you're not like freaking out because you don't know where things are. And then here are your class course notes, class notes. So this is kind of going to be difficult to explain because I haven't shown you some other stuff, but let's see, class notes here. If you open up, let's just look at one of these, you'll see, man, my internet's running really slow. It's only 4 meg and it's taken, what, 15 seconds? So as you can see, these are just handwritten notes, and you'll see where these come from in a minute, but you can print them out if you want, or you can just have them electronically here if you need them. So those are your class notes. And then the course notes, this is by chapter. The course notes, I'll explain what those are, but then again, just showing you where they are and what they look like. These are more formal notes like this. Okay. So again, you've got them electronically or you can print them out, each of the chapters. And then what else do I have in here? Solutions. So I do have some solution stuff, some exams, some old exams and stuff in here. That doesn't mean that's what your exam is going to look like, but it is, you know, some older stuff. If you want to look at it, get an idea of how I ask things, you can. And then you have the schedule and the formulas that I already showed you. Those are going to be here. So if I ever tell you, hey, I'm going to post something in the class files, this is where it would be. So if I, you know, somewhere in the semester I say, hey, look, I put up some solutions to a certain problem or something. I put them in the class files. I send you that in an email. This is where I'm talking about. So you can come here and look for them. All right. Now, let me describe to you a little bit about the way this course is going to work, because this is the first time we've ever offered Calculus 1 online at Northwest Vista College. And the reason is because a lot of the faculty do not believe that Calculus 1 can be delivered online efficiently. In other words, it should be a course that you're sitting face to face in. But we've finally gotten to the point where we think we're ready to try. So this is actually the first semester that we've ever offered it. And what I'm doing is, in the past, I actually have recorded my lectures in a traditional class. So last summer, I taught a Calculus 1 face-to-face. And I recorded all of those lectures in video, and I saved them. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make those available to you to watch. So what you need to keep in mind here when you start getting into the class here is that the videos you're watching, most of them, were made for a face-to-face class. So if in the video I'm talking about an exam that's coming up, or if I'm talking about a homework assignment, and I'm telling the students, hey, you know, do this page or whatever, I'm not giving you instructions. Okay, those are older videos, but they contain the content of the course. So that's what I'm using for you. So let's act like we're ready to start the class. All right. So you go in this thing called Course Modules. Click there. It should bring up. That has been disabled for this course. Uh-oh. All right. Well, that's the first time. Let me do something real quick. I forgot I disabled that. Module. Let's put that there. Save. Go back to my student view. Okay, modules. There we go. Okay, so now you can see on the side here modules popped up. So you can get to it from here or on that front page. Okay, so the way that I've got this set up so far, and I have not done the whole semester, the whole summer, because it's a lot of work. So I've got at least the first 4 weeks going, and I definitely have the first week ready for you right now. So let me show you how this will work. What you have are called course videos. These are videos that I made. I did them while I was at home. I did them in a way to prepare a student for that section's material. So let's just take a look at this. I'm going to click on that. I have a video. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 videos for Chapter 1, Section 1, Chapter 1, Section 2, and then so on and so forth. So the way I can do this, if I click here, what it'll do is it'll open it up in this window right here, and it'll be very small. Ooh, that's loud. All right. Now, it's very hard to see this, so you could go full screen, but when you go full screen, that might cause a problem. Oh, there we go. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm going through these notes, and I'm talking through them. Let me try and bring this up a little further. So I'm talking through these, I'm talking through the concepts in the book, and I'm trying to prepare you for the homework problems you're going to get. So this is almost like a lecture, but I'm using these typed up notes, and those are those course notes that you can print out that I showed you in the Files tab. So all these things should be here. And what's really kind of cool about this is I used a program called Mathematica, and what Mathematica allows me to do is create animations. So watch what happens here. That jumped too far. Oops. Okay, see how things are moving while I'm doing that? I have a lot of those sort of interactive things that I created that are hopefully going to help you understand the concepts of this course. So back to this. So you watch this video, right? And then there's another video for section 2, and then section 3 and section 4. So let's say you've watched section 1 video, the course video for section 1. Now you can move to the class video. And now my class videos, remember I said last summer I taught a course and I recorded my lectures. These are my lectures that I did in class. So basically the students last summer watched the video that you just watched, the course video, and then came to class and we started doing problems. So last time I clicked inside this window, if you actually click up on the link, it'll open a new window and you'll be in YouTube. And here you have a little more control over how big things can be. All right, so let me see here. So you'll see in this first video, I start going through a syllabus, and like I said to you before, do not listen to the stuff that pertains to that course, because remember, this is not you. I hope that's not too confusing. So you probably could jump to the first, let's see, I think it's like about 30 minutes in is where it all begins for this first video. So what I did in class is I kind of went through these notes, but then I started doing problems on the, not on the board, but I have like, here we go. Just let me get to it. Be quiet. So here I am working through a problem using this Microsoft OneNote, and everything I'm writing down is appearing on the board, and I was projecting that in class. And so you're going to watch this. So if you watch these videos, it's pretty much the experience of what my students had last summer face-to-face. So you're getting everything that they got, basically. Let's see if I've got some more here. Try and jump to a place here. Yeah, so here I'm working through a problem. All right. Okay. All right. So you go through, let's just recap here. You watch the course video for section 1. You watch the class video for section 1 and section 2, that they're grouped together. Then you go to your homework. For your homework, you're going to have to click here to do your homework. Now, when you click here, it's actually going to take you to WebAssign. And now I'd like to show you for the first time, what WebAssign looks like and how you get enrolled and stuff. So what you're going to do is you're going to go here right now. I'm going to assume you do not have a WebAssign account. All right. What you'll click on is I have a class key. Now, the class key, remember, I'm going to have to get that from the syllabus. It was Northwest Vista, 1697. Oh, my memory is 0698. And it was Northwest Vista up here. No spaces there. Okay, when you click this, submit, it will say, hey, are you in this summer class, DiGiovanni? Yes, this is it. This is the class. So now, if you already have an account, you can just sign in, but if you need to create one, then you click continue. Now, I have not done this, so I don't know how this is going to work out, but you want to create a username, all right? I'm just going to use my email address, if it lets me. See if that's okay. It's not valid. Oh, your name may contain letters. Let me try this. Okay, Robert Math Guy 1. Okay, I've got one. Password. So password, I'm just going to make up my password. Re-enter my password. Do not forget that password. Oh wait, 6 characters, one letter. Oh, I didn't read that. 6 characters, 1 letter, 1 number. Okay, now very important, your name. When you put in your name, please put your name in the way it appears in the official Northwest Vista College when you registered, when you enrolled, right? It's whatever appears officially, like on our rosters. Okay, don't use a nickname, don't use a maiden name or something like that. That way I can find out who you are and give you a grade at the end of the semester. Let's see if it'll take this this email address. It may not, because I may have used it. No student ID, student number, you don't need that. Let me see if it'll take that. Okay, your account has been created. So I'm going to log in now. And it says the class is not started, okay? Now, we should be able to purchase, or I am going to be able to purchase, I'm going to need to purchase access to this class. So right now the class is not available, so I can't go in there and show you how to do the purchase of the purchasing access. But what I can show you is how to do that with it like a handout. So let me see here. See if I can bring up this. Okay, enrollment. So we already enrolled. Let's purchase. Grace period. Let's see. You purchase access in order to complete your work, right? That's what you'll do. You'll purchase it using directly online using a Visa or MasterCard or something like that. Grace period, if you're required to pay WebAssign access to class, you'll have 14-day grace period during which you can use WebAssign without purchasing access. So you do have a 2-week window here where you can, see if this course works out for you and then not buy anything, and then at some point you can either purchase or drop the course. Let's see. I don't see, grace period. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you. That's okay. I mean, you're an internet student. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to figure out how to buy something. Let's do this. Let me log in as me so I can show you kind of what you're going to see as a student once you're in there. All right, so here we go. Now, I'm in here as an instructor, so this is going to look kind of weird. What I can do is I can show you what this looks like as a student. Let me go to the class first, and now let me do open student view. So as a student, when you get into the class, here's what it'll look like. And right now, it's saying, hey, the class hasn't started. So you'll probably see that. And then your assignments will be here. Right now, there are no assignments because the class hasn't started, but this is where they'll be, and they'll be listed out here. Communication and grades, I won't use that at all. And then you have your resources, which is your book. Your book, the easiest way to get to your book is just to click here. And wait for it to load. There we go. So you can go down, let's say go to the first section, and you can read through the book, look at the examples. All right, so this should follow what I'm going to do in class pretty closely. All right, so there's your book when you need it, and then you have your assignment. So after watching all the videos, hopefully you're ready to get started with the assignments. So I'm going to switch out of the student view so I can actually show you what an assignment looks like. And let me just show you. Your first assignment is a getting started assignment, and it just gets you familiar with how WebAssign works, how to put answers in. So that's the one that's due on Thursday. What is it, the 12th? Yeah, that's the one that's due on the 12th. And then this is section 1.1. So let's just take a look at it. So remember, you've watched the videos, and now you're coming to do your homework, and then you have your first question here. If f of x equals this and g of x equals this, is it true that this is this? Now it's showing the answer here, and that's only because I'm the instructor. But then it goes through, and you have all your problems, put in your answers. At the very end of the whole assignment, you submit it for testing, so to get a grade. All right? Now, 40% of your grade is all those assignments here. What I'd like to do is I'd like to go back to this. I'd like to remind you that when we were in the modules, you had gone through, you had watched that first video, you had watched this video, right? And then you had gone to your homework, and you clicked there, and that took you to WebAssign. You went to go do your homework. Now, if when you're doing your homework you're getting stuck on something, I have created videos that kind of guide you through the homework assignments. So again, more videos for you to watch. But you'll notice this is the assignment that I was just looking at. And what I do in this one is I talk through the problem. And let me see. I should draw on the screen too. See if I can find a spot. Oh, there we go. So I'm drawing on the screen, talking, explaining why things are the way they are. So this is going to be pretty helpful for your homework, I think. You know, it's just going to take me some time to get these there. Right now, all the course videos are there, all the class videos are there, but not all of the solution videos are there yet. So it's going to take me some time to get caught up, but that's the plan. All right, so let me pause this. Okay, let's see if there's anything I'm missing here. We've got the modules. Go back to this. You're just going to work through these weeks. You know, you go back and, you know, watch the second section, and then watch the second section here, and then do the homework for the second section. All of this work needs to be done and completed and due by June 16th. And then the next one, June 23rd, and then all of this has to be done by the 30th, and then this one has to be done by the 7th of July. And then, you know, week 5, 6, 7, 8 will appear. I just have to finish putting everything together. So for now, this is what you got. I think 4 weeks, that's half the summer. It's good enough to get you started. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I need to show you here. Your grades. I said your grades will appear, the modules, files. I think that's it. If you've got any other questions, you know, this is where the discussion board comes in, or if you want to email me, you can email me. This should be at least enough to get you started. If I do find something that shows you how you're going to purchase stuff, purchase your access, I'll put it out there for you. All right, I hope we have a good summer. Keep in touch with me. I encourage you to contact me. I mean, my job is to help you as an internet student. I don't want you to ever feel like you're alone, that you don't have anyone to turn to. So please reach out to me for help. come into my office for office hours. Calculus is a difficult course to do on your own without getting help, so don't hesitate. It's your education, it's your future, so I'm here to help. All right, let's have a good summer.